Hello everyone and welcome to this video, provided by the UN eTIR Secretariat. In this video, we will show how easy it is to install the eTIR national application for your customs administration. The first thing you will need, of course, is to have access to the UN open source Git repository. If you have completed the sign-up process, you will be able to access the repository. And you will be also able to access the link necessary to clone the repository. This being said, you can now access this one. Now I'm going to show here on the left side. With this terminal, that allows me to run the various commands needed to download, build, and run eTIR. On the right side, I will be using Microsoft VS Code to better observe the containers and file content and see how easy it is to actually deploy all the application elements. First thing we need to do here is actually to clone the code from the repository. In order to do this, run your git clone command and see that all the code is now copied locally. Once it's completed, you will see that on the right side, all the file and code of the repo. And if you wanted to check, you could actually verify inside the folder that you have all the repository content in order. For you to be able to perform and proceed further, you will need to update or overwrite the .env files present in the Docker folder. The fastest way to do this is to reach out to the UN eTIR Secretariat, as we can assist in preparing those configuration files in a timely manner via an online short meeting of maybe 1 hour and have them pre-filled for you. Alternatively, we can provide you those files if you give us all the information ahead of time. Once you have all pre-configured file package, the easiest thing is actually to copy and paste them directly in your Docker folder and overwrite all the default files. This is what I just did now. If I go in the Docker folder, I will find that the .env files contain the configuration that was just provided, and that now we have overwritten the files, including all the environment, variables, and configuration items that were defined. The next step is actually really simple. You need to run the docker compose up command. And in my case, I would just add the option -d in order to be detached and be able to actually continue using the terminal after. If I do so, you will find that very quickly. A few things will happen. The first one is that the eTIR database will be created and started. It's now ready to be used. The next one is actually for the container of the eTIR admin front-end application to start being built. This container is actually a temporary one that will be started to build all the deployable packages for the front-end admin application. 2 other builder containers started now in parallel for the front-end customs application, which is the main application, and also for the API application. So we have 3 builders started in parallel and working towards completing the download of all the dependencies and building up the deployable application packages. In the meantime, 3 other containers have been created already. The back-end application on one hand, and the customs and admin front-end application on the other hand. But they are waiting for the builders to be done with their work in order for them to be copying the deployable packages and to be started. Let's see in a few minutes. Once the process has been completed, you will see, now that the various containers are no longer updating, that the 3 builders containers have now excited because they have done their work. They have actually downloaded all the libraries. They have built the deployable packages for the API, for the front-end admin application, and for the front-end main application for customs officers. And we'll see now that on top of the database being started for the container, we also have 3 other containers now started and ready to run if we were to actually run a Docker piece commands. we will be able to see in this case that those 3 are now healthy and running. And we can see also the ports they are actually using and accessible on. The best thing is actually to open up your browser and actually access locally. In my case, those applications. If you come here, you will find that as you access the page and could automatically go to the login page. This login page will invite you to sign in. Sign in with your account. You would be able to confirm that the application is running, that you can query information against the eTIR international system. Find some guarantee information that was recorded before. This one is used but not going through Moldova country. And the same way, if I was to actually query information against the International eTIR data bank, I can actually fetch information about a eTIR CARnet holder and consult this information available. The same way, if I try to access the front-end admin application, this one is exposed on the port 3101. I will be able to sign in using my credentials. And I will be able to access the various information that are available, such as the system settings. I hope this presentation showed you how easy it is to deploy the eTIR national application and how quickly you can be completed, especially for your Quest assistance from the UNECE TIR Secretariat to get all the configuration items preset for you. Thank you.